Hi, my name is Stephanie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be talking about how to tell family members or friends that you were sexually assaulted. Um, I'm doing a sexual assault series because I feel like it isn't talked about enough, and it's something that millions of people go through every year, and the majority of people do not tell anyone or um, pretend that it never happened to them. So I kind of want to share um, tips on how to cope and how to get help, and yeah, bring awareness to it. So my first tip that I would say, um, how to tell a family member, is you have to feel really comfortable. If you don't feel comfortable telling a person, you're never going to tell them. So I would say pick the person that you feel the most comfortable with, the person that you're not afraid to tell anyone, I mean, tell anything to, um, someone that you have that type of relationship where you tell each other everything and that you don't feel embarrassed telling them anything. So that would be the ideal person to tell that you was sexually assaulted, because if you don't feel comfortable telling them, then it's not going to work. So um now if you don't feel comfortable telling a person, say your parents, you don't feel comfortable telling your parents, but you feel like you need to tell someone, or if you're under 18, so if you're young and something happened to you, you were sexually assaulted by someone, then I would recommend telling your parents, even if you don't feel comfortable telling them, because they can get you help. They can guide you or help you to the path that you need to go on, and they can protect you from any other kind of harm that might come your way. So once they know that something has happened to you, they can step up and help you, you know, in the process of getting help. Now, if you're not under 18 and you don't want to tell your parents, then you don't have to, because you're an adult. Um, So in that case, if you're an adult, then you should tell someone that you feel comfortable and safe telling. If that's a friend, if that's family member, if that's your parents, if whoever you feel comfortable telling, then that's who you should tell. Um, how to tell them, I would say, is make sure that it's just you and them in a quiet room or area, and tell them that you have something really important to tell them. And then when you're in that quiet area, just take a deep breath, take your time, and kind of explain to them what has happened to you. If it's a friend, same thing, same scenario. If you don't want to be in front of them to tell them, then you can call them and tell them on the phone if you feel more comfortable doing it that way. If you want to text them, I I would say that this is more personal, that you should do it face to face or at least on the phone. But if you don't feel comfortable doing either of those, then I would say text that person that you feel comfortable with and explain it to them. They most likely is gonna call you. So, but if you don't want to talk, then just tell them that you rather do it over text. Um, if you're a child, if you're under 18 years old, then the first person that you probably would rather tell is a friend. Now, if your friend is your same age, it's okay that you tell them, but know that it's important that you tell an adult, because an adult can help you. wow, my son just went away. Um, yeah, so if you have to tell an adult, is very important to tell an adult. Even if you want to tell your friend, your best friend, what has happened to you, that's fine. But just make sure that you tell an adult too, parent, cousin, sister, brother, someone that's over 18 that can get you the help that you need. Now, after you have told someone, now the person doesn't have to be related to you, but it's important that you tell someone, because if you bottle that up inside you, you can probably hide that forever, and you don't want to hide that something happened to you, because it's nothing you should be ashamed of, because it wasn't your fault. Now the important thing is that you get on the path to getting help. Now help, when I say help, that could mean police, that could mean doctor, that could mean going to therapy, because it's very important that you go to therapy, because the trauma that you experience, you need someone specialized in trauma to help you heal. So you need to get some type of therapy, trauma therapy, to help you heal. And a parent can get you that help, a doctor can get you that help, the police, they can direct you to the district attorney office where you can get that help. If you don't want to tell anyone that you know, you can call a hotline and tell them, and they could get you help as far as therapy. Now, what I didn't know was that when you get the courage to tell someone, you cannot control their reaction, because everybody deals with news differently. So when you tell someone, you expect to get support, encouragement, help. Sometimes it doesn't go that way. Sometimes the person you tell, if it's someone really close to you, they might feel really upset, especially if it happened months ago or years ago and you're just telling them that something happened to you. They might feel hurt and angry and upset that you did not tell them, or they might feel hurt and angry and upset that they couldn't protect you. So don't think that they're getting mad at you. They're just mad because they're hurt, they're upset, and whatever feelings that they're going through, they have to go through that themselves. But don't blame yourself if they get angry at you, or they get upset at you, or they don't want to talk to you for a while. It's just because whatever they're going through, they have to process that, and it's not your fault. It's very important to understand that it's not your fault, because it's not. And what has happened to you will affect your life and the lives of people around you. But you can't blame yourself for it, because you did not start this. You did not cause this. This is something that happened to you. And if you tell your parents and your parents get really upset with you because you didn't tell them sooner, you have to understand that they're hurting too, and you're hurting, and that it's just a process of healing, but they will eventually help you and tell you what you need to do. If you tell a friend, they will try to help you and try to tell you what you need to do next. If you're not, if they don't tell you or try to help you to the next step, then there's always therapy. Like your therapist, once you go to therapy, they will tell you what you need to do next, and how to cope, and what's the next step in your healing process. So the first things first is to tell someone, because once you share what has happened to you, you feel lighter. You feel as if that someone else understands what you're going through, or someone else can at least know what you're going through. So it's always helpful to have someone support you in the process instead of you going through it by yourself. But if you have to go through it by yourself, there's nothing wrong with that either, as long as you eventually end up in therapy, because that's what I feel like you may need. You may need therapy because they're specialized in trauma and you went through a trauma, so they can help you. um I think that's it. So just feel comfortable, feel safe enough to tell someone you trust. And, once you start telling someone what has happened to you, the words come out more and it becomes easier to tell others. But you have to take the step first to telling someone, anyone that you trust, and then seeking the help that you need. Until next time, thank you for watching. Bye.